It's so cold in here. My nipples are hard.
She was covering the camera when you said that.
My nipples are hard.
Now it's going to have to just live as a regular drop.
I think it should be a drop. Bro has not eaten all day. You know how I know? Because he's eaten more in the past 15 minutes than I've ever seen him eat in an entire day. Jorge was roasting you because the other day you were like, I'm fat. I had a calzone. And he said that you had like barely half of a calzone.
I split up between 2 meals.
Yeah, you're not fat for that.
I was.
That's anorexic behavior.
No, it was
That's literally anorexic behavior.
It was a big calzone.
No, I don't believe you. I don't care how fucking big this guy is. As long as it wasn't the size of a pizza, there's no reason for that. Welcome to GaS Digital Now, the GaS Digital wrap-up show.
Hello, welcome.
Mike's nipples are hard.
Yeah.
I'm Natalie. Mine are soft.
We'll get them there. By the end of the episode, we'll make sure her nipples are hard.
There we go.
That's the tease.
The tease.
My favorite new drop. Do you know the new drop on Morning Zoo?
No, I don't.
Jorge, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, he's gonna pull it. He's gonna hit it right now. I bet he is. How was your week, Mike?
Good. I really thought he was gonna hit it.
He'll hit it. Give him a minute. What was the most exciting thing that you did this week?
Oh, look, he's making him suck his own dick. Oh, look, he's making him suck his own dick. Oh, look, he's making him suck his own dick.
I do know that one. I didn't know that was new. I heard it last week.
Oh, it's so good.
I like that a lot. That brings me a lot of joy.
But Zach hits it, and I think she's actually saying him like, why
me too! The first time I did that. The first time I heard them do that. I thought it was her. I was like, why is she interrupting him to say that?
A little person beaten off in a trash can.
I like that. That has nothing to do with my masculine behaviors. Because that sounds like you're actually saying it. And
Shmoney. Anyway, my week was...
Longest silence in history. Can I start and it'll jog your memory?
Yeah.
I went to karaoke on Friday, and that was pretty cool. At this bar called RPM Underground, I believe. And it was over a record store, and Mike was making a joke about Steal My Sunshine
by Len
while we were driving into work that day, and then one of the suggested songs that they had like rotating through the TV of like suggested songs was Steal My Sunshine by Len.
I was just saying that's always a reference that Jay makes no one else gets, and I'm like, I fucking remember that because my dad put it on my iPod when I was little, my first iPod when I was little.
Yeah. In Mike's honor from Jamaica, I did You're Gonna Go Far, Kid.
Oh boy, is it hard. It
hurts my throat. There were other songs I think I could have done better.
Get that chop.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Oh god, it hurts my throat.
I would say that just cause. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cute. I really thought that the bartender was Irish, and he was not Irish. Like, whole time I was drinking there, thought this guy was Irish. And then my friend went up to him, and we were drinking at the bar, and she was like, are you from New York? And I was like, what a silly thing to ask this man who's clearly Irish. And he was like, no, I'm from Detroit. I was like, what the fuck am I hearing? I thought I was going insane. I was like, really? I was like, what a silly thing to ask this man who's clearly Irish.
What made you believe
he sounded Irish?
But how?
I don't remember. I think some word that he said with some kind of accent I read into as Irish.
He was like, go Lions.
Yeah, it sounded kind of like...
Oh, go Tigers.
Maybe he had that cadence where he was like, can I get a tab started for you? But like, it was actually Midwest.
Working at the
Irish.
GMC plant.
Keep going.
I'm trying to think of...
Keep going.
Oh, Windsor right across the river. I'm trying to think of, like, Detroit things. 8 Mile.
Anyway, that's what this guy sounded like. So, yeah, that was fun. That was good. I also did Gives You Hell, and that was... The room really liked that.
Always a crowd pleaser. That's my go-to.
Was doing a lot of panic. A lot of A lot of Fall Out Boy. A lot of that kind of shit. It was cute. Anyway, that's what I did. And then I had
What a beautiful wedding.
a small shindig at my house on Sunday.
You dug in those shins. It was fun.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I
100%.
enjoyed the meal that your roommate made, and I'm gonna miss your roommate's cooking.
Yeah,
Not that your cooking is bad, but
we'll have her over to cook for us.
yeah.
to supply her skills.
And we have to talk about, because I want to see the comments on this one. Your fight.
I was telling Jorge. I kind of didn't want to talk about it on air because I didn't want my friends to think I'm still harping on this.
She's butthurt. She's been talking about it all week.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen you all week.
Friends, she hasn't let it go.
I have been thinking about it a lot, but not in like more of like narrowing down what the rules are. And I won't get into it too bad because I literally just did this whole spiel for Jorge. But my roommate and I do not fight ever. The only 2 times that we fought were over scategories. And we were even prefacing playing scategories by telling a friend of ours about the one fight that we had already previously gotten in. And at the time it was, she's like, I used to play scategories all the time. If the first word is the same, they cancel each other out. It doesn't matter if the whole answer is the same. If the first word is the same, they fully cancel each other out. The example was tying your shoes and tying a tie. She's like, you're both tying. That's the same answer. I'm like, but it's different things. And she's like, but it's tying. Tying cancels each other out. And I even conceded that at the time. This is an old argument. I even conceded that at the time. I said, hypothetically, if someone had said tying your shoes and somebody else said tying the knot, meaning a metaphor for getting married, I don't think that should cancel each other out because those are referring to different things. And she said, it doesn't matter, you're still tying. That being said, we start playing this game. I forget which example came first.
It was like a name like a famous person.
Famous woman starting
female.
with G. I didn't remember if that was the same one. And at first we decided, so it was famous woman starting with G. One person said Greta Gerwig. 2 people said Greta Thunberg.
Yes.
The Greta Thunbergs canceled each other out because that's the same name.
Correct.
And we let Greta Gerwig go. Then there was another question later that was like colors, so start with B. And one person put baby blue and one person put blue. And she went, those are the same. They cancel each other out. I'm like, those are different colors. And she's like, yeah, but they're both blue. And I'm like, but is it the first word or is it the second word? And so it was her. And then my other friend was like backing her up. And they were like, if there were 2 famous colors that both started with B, one was baby blue and one, let's say, was bitch ass blue. Those are both blue. And I'm like, now I'm like, because that's why I've been thinking about it. I'm like, that's not the first word. That's the second word. Those are different colors. They start with different words. But then we were like, what if there were 2 different colored greens that both started with B? There was like baby green and bitch ass green. And they're like, that's both green. Those also cancel each other out. So we get into it for a while. And I'm kind of drunk, so I'm getting louder and louder and louder. And I'm honestly having fun. I was having fun arguing. I missed arguing. It was fun. I was having fun. And I thought everyone else was having as much fun as I was having. And then we go back to Greta, and they're like, Greta's shouldn't count because they both start with Greta. I go, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Those are different names. They're different answers. And so my one friend goes, because we were talking about like we were talking about light blue and light green. I'm like, those, I agree, are cheap because those are adjectives. You can't just add an adjective to a word and make it count for the letter. And she was like, a first name is just an adjective for your last name.
That's right.
And I went, oh yeah. Oh, a first name is an adjective for your last name. Quick question. What the fuck are you talking about? And I thought that was hilarious. And then we got into previously someone said West Virginia and someone said West New York.
I
and
said this. This was my point.
I go, good question. Do those count as the same? Because according to this rule, it counts as the same. And then same thing. I just kept getting louder and louder. I was just like, this is a fun quandary. Would that be the same? If so, stupid fucking rule. And I got up at a point and I was like, am I crazy? I was like, can you guys just admit that I have a point? It's not about the points. I just need to know that I'm not fully being gaslit by this entire room, that this is a normal rule. And then my roommate like threw her board and was like, well, then we won't play anymore. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I was having fun. I didn't realize you guys weren't having fun. So where did my coffee go? I thought I came in with my coffee.
No. This is why I only play Yahtzee.
You and my roommate both love Yahtzee. I would be willing to.
There's no arguing.
My
over
eyes
Yahtzee.
opened to Yahtzee.
I made the point I backed you up with that West New York, West Virginia point.
So did everyone on the couch. Everyone on the couch was on my side, but they weren't saying anything. And two of my friends were just going in on me. And I was like, can you guys just admit that I'm not insane here? Anyway, I'm going to get my coffee. We should get into the show.
Sure. They're to fill this while you're talking. Their argument was that you could be lying.
Oh yeah, the hypothetical example I used was, what if someone writes hose like a water hose and someone writes hose like pantyhose? And they're like, no, because then you could just go, oh, I meant when someone says water hose, you can just be like, oh, I wrote hose, but I meant like pantyhose. Like you could just come up with it on the spot to not be the same. And I was like, so the reason it's not allowed is because you could lie about it? And they were like, no. And I'm like, then what's the point here? What are you arguing? I'm like, and then someone found a piece of literature online about scategories that said if someone has Gary, Indiana, and someone has Gary, the name, those would cancel each other out.
Bruh.
I went, that's all the media I need. I concede. That's stupid. But if it says that in the rules somewhere, fair. Everything else is
This
void.
is some Ralph type shit. Ralph cheating type shit. To like find a technicality in the rules so that he can see a woman's bosom.
Oh, they do scategories on that game, right?
Yeah, Josh
On that
Hadameyer's
show, rather.
favorite game.
Yeah, because he's good at words or because he likes seeing tits?
Yeah, he'll just write in scat words. He's like, what? It's a word.
Was there any studio lore this week? This is my first day in all week.
I have a bone to pick with Legion of Skanks.
Oh, let's hear it.
This will lead into the first thing.
You got
So
it.
I don't know if you have any other
No, let's start with that.
lore from the week.
I haven't been here all week.
Did you ask Shannon about categories? I thought you were gonna do that.
I haven't seen Shannon in weeks.
Oh.
I have not been in the studio all week.
So on Legion of Skanks this week was Tony Hinchcliffe, Sal Vulcano, Joe Derosa, and Dave Attell.
Yes.
Big lineup.
This is related, but I'll sprinkle in a tiny bit of studio lore. I was setting up with Dave before Part of the Problem on Tuesday morning. I go, how was Skanks? The only guest I knew was Tony Hinchcliffe. He goes, oh, it was awesome. It was a stacked lineup. He lists all those people. And I go, yeah, I was going to try to go, but when I heard Tony was on, I was like, it's probably going to be packed. I don't want to have to like squeeze in and use my leverage to like get a spot in a full house. He's like, yeah, for sure. It was packed. I was like, I said the words, I would rather go when you guys could use someone else in the audience. And Dave kind of laughed. He was like, yeah, I appreciate that. And I wanted to be like, oh no, not like you guys need me to be there. I just didn't want to take a spot from like a paying customer, but I didn't say all that. I was just like had foot and mouth where I'm like, you guys clearly need some help. I'll do my services by being there.
Damn.
Overthinking it. Anyway.
Well, I have a bone to pick with them
Let's hear it.
because
We should clip this.
No,
Why?
do not.
Why? Well, I don't fucking clip this show.
Here's the story. They decided to do a mock Kill Tony on Legion of Skanks,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole bit was that the last person to go on was the golden ticket winner, and it was a disabled person.
Right.
And guess who is not even considered to be a disabled person? The one disabled person on staff.
I was gonna say, okay, Studio Lore, I was hanging out with Joshua in the lounge earlier, and he was describing this whole thing, and he had already said Paco went up. So he was describing it, and then he was like, and the last person is going to be disabled. That they were planning it in advance, and almost out of my mouth was like, oh, they got Mike to do it? Because it should have been.
I agree.
Yeah.
They blatantly just didn't consider me. Josh even said that they were like, no, not him. And I asked G Mike afterwards, I was like, why didn't you even consider me? He's like, oh, it wasn't that kind of disability. I was like,
But it wasn't Paco's real disability either.
it was also, he was under bandages and claws. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter who was under there.
Jimmy Trejo, come on. Oh. Jimmy Trejo, so funny. So talented. This guy.
Exactly.
It was fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Yeah. So I will say, you're right. It doesn't matter that you're actually disabled in this.
And it wasn't about the argument isn't, oh, he's a comedian, so he knows jokes.
Right.
Because he didn't do any jokes.
He didn't do any jokes. Yeah.
He was just making grunts.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
I can tell. But like, again, they would have just, so it wouldn't matter that you're actually disabled because they would have just put you in Band-Aids anyway. So it could have been literally anybody.
But it would have been nice to be considered.
But why? It could have been literally anybody. So it would have been you as like just anyone. It had nothing to do with that.
I mean, I'm just saying, as far as production instincts go, this was a major blind spot.
Title. I agree. It should have been you. But I also thought maybe he was going to like actually do some jokes, but he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not even act outs.
No, not even act outs.
The thing he did, I would have, if he had done like a whole like shtick where he was like, you know, had like a weird arm or like something, and he was like actually like acting something out, I'd be like, you know what? Okay, that's fair.
Right.
He actually does do that kind of stuff on stage sometimes. But no, he was just sitting in a wheelchair. It's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
I'm pissed.
I bet the people were like, where's Mike?
No, they planned this in advance.
No, I meant the people in the fans. I bet fans were like, oh, they should have been Mike.
No, they don't know.
They don't know it was Paco?
They don't know. Anyway.
All right, fine. Fuck you. People don't care. They don't give a shit. They wish it was Paco and not you. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Agreed.
What are you talking about?
Agreed.
Did you like the episode, or were you just so blinded by rage, pun intended? Were you just so blinded by rage that you couldn't enjoy the episode?
It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very akin to me going, my first Skankfest being like, shouldn't I be on stage? I'm on this show. They're doing rap without me. I'm on rap.
Yeah, I mean, but like, yeah, that's a good point.
And again, I have no room to talk because I did that. I literally did that. I would behave like you in this context.
No, I'm saying they should have had you on.
They did. They eventually did. And then you took the mic from me 4 seconds later because you were the star. You're getting a big head. You're like, they used to use me all the time on Skanks, and now they don't even think about me.
No, I don't care.
I'm kidding. I'm being funny.
I don't care if they use me or not, except when it's about something that relates to me.
I would say if they were like, we need the last comic to be blind, that would be really fucked up if they didn't get you. But for it to be just a random person in bandages that has nothing to do with blindness, I don't know if it applies.
You know what? And I don't think it applies to
Say
have
it.
the same
Say it.
words.
Say it.
in scategories.
You know what the difference is? I'm not mad about that.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I literally conceded so easily at the end.
I don't want to play anymore.
So the episode was good and it was stacked and it's going to be a bajillion view episode or whatever. I think it's so funny. Josh was describing it earlier. He's like, we did a parody of Kill Tony.
Josh went up.
I know.
I thought he did well.
I know. People said he did well. Dom's
also pissed
that he didn't get pulled from the bucket.
Yeah.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, to be fair though, Josh.
It wasn't planted.
Yes, it was.
It was planted. Josh really claimed it wasn't planted.
Have you ever seen an episode of Kill Tony where he's like, I wonder who we're gonna pick?
Josh.
Oh, geez, the friend of the friend.
Josh really tried to sell, or really did sell to me that it was not planted.
What does Josh know?
He's just too happy-go-lucky, optimistic.
Happy Gilmore too.
So Dom was upset that he wasn't considered to be in the bucket or that he wasn't pulled. Who was the middle? Oh, the middle people were fans.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're making a lot of enemies. The point being, they literally just did Kill Tony. They literally just did that. It was not a spoof. It was a ripoff. It was a scam. It was the same show, but on a different show with the same name, with the same host.
Yeah.
What, are you going to defend them now? All of a sudden you're on their side?
I had fun on the show. I think
you should have gone up as an audience poll to do stand up.
I put my name in the bucket.
What would you have done?
I had material.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I should have gone up. I should have put my name in the fucking hat.
Oh, geez. You guys ever play Scategories?
No, Derosa was at the table. Derosa was already there.
True.
Well, it sounds like a banger episode. I may or may not watch it now. But I opted to not go. And, yeah.
One thing I enjoyed from this week that was on this episode and on Morning Zoo with Gina Hyena and Drew Montana was...
Oh, that was last week. It was Monday?
It was, if you let me finish, it was recounting the gathering of the Juggalos.
But that was an episode that came out this week.
Yeah, because the gathering of the Juggalos was over the weekend.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, it was very... Have you listened to any of the episodes recounting that?
Nope.
So, a couple of high points. An octopus was thrown on stage.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yes.
On who?
Just onto because it's a thing that like stuff gets thrown on stage all the time, even when Violent J and Shaggy are on stage.
Right.
So just I think it was during the Miss Juggalette contest.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. And they were the consensus across the podcast that they've talked about this on Spook Show, or sorry, not on Morning Zoo, on Skanks, and on the Tim Butterly Show is all they had to travel with that octopus because Ohio is a landlocked state, so they had to travel from somewhere to get that octopus.
No one suggested that they go to like the fish section at a grocery store?
I'm assuming they're not selling octopus in Ohio grocery stores.
What do you think Ohio is just like living in 50 years? Like they don't have fucking cold fish there?
No, I'm sure they have fish, but octopus seems a little rare to just have readily available. Like there can't be that enough demand for full octopus.
I think that you guys are not thinking big picture here.
It was a whole octopus. It wasn't like
they don't have Asians in Ohio. The whole state of Ohio doesn't have an Asian grocery store.
That being said,
I agree that it's funnier to say that they brought it from home. But realistically, you could just go to a fucking Asian grocery store and get an octopus. And thaw it out.
But this is not. It's in the middle of nowhere, so they would have at least had to.
They did travel, yes. They went to. I'm saying they picked up an octopus on the way.
Yeah,
man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're just gonna say, "Man, you're such a buzzkill today." Is that what you're gonna say?
No, you're just
were
being
thinking
very obtuse.
No, I'm not. Obtuse? You're being obtuse. What do you think obtuse means? I'm being the opposite of it. I'm being a buzzkill. I'm ruining the joke. You're being obtuse, being like, they've never seen an octopus. If I can't see the ocean from here, it must not exist. That's crazy. Am I the asshole here? AITA? To say that octopuses don't exist in Ohio?
I don't know, man. I haven't taken the census.
We're tense. We're tense today.
No, the tents were at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Very good. That it is funny to think that they brought an octopus from home. We got octopus at home.
Tom was on best behavior this time.
He fucking better. He was on thin ice last time.
Yeah. Upchuck the Clown was there, and
It's a funny name.
There was a lady that who was singing, like, because part of the Miss Juggalette contest is talent, so she was singing like a country song, and they showed a video of her just like dodging, like,
Was she bad?
stuff. No, she was really good, which was
Oh.
the most fucked up part.
Yeah.
They just like throwing stuff, and she just kept going. She just didn't care. She
Good
was
for
just
her.
like
Kicking stuff?
shin checking like Faygo bottles.
That rules.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That rules.
The last one, because I'm sure everyone is sick of hearing it anyway, but because you don't know about it, there was a pedophile that got beat up.
How early into the fest?
I don't know how early, but he was apparently filming women in the shower because they have like open showers,
Whoa.
and some of them apparently were underage.
Whoa.
He got his shit kicked.
Whoa.
They beat the brakes off him.
All right, respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Also, why are underage people at...
That's what they were saying.
That's fucking retarded. I've been saying retarded a lot today. I've been letting them fly.
Zach was like,
Not so good for my families that watch this.
oh,
Or your family that watch this.
Zach was like, what are you saying? Are you calling me retarded?
No.
Zach was saying, if I had like a 16-year-old that wanted to go, this is like their ICP is their favorite group.
Right.
He'd be like, I would consider taking them, but I'm not there to enjoy myself. I'm
The chaperone.
the entire time my job is to watch you. Like I can't have any fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
And
that's fair.
He was like, he was agreeing with what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's
That's crazy to take a 16-year-old there.
not
Unless
great
they
to
like
take.
snuck in. You know?
Yeah.
Like
That's
they
also
said they were at a
possibility.
friend's house, but they were there. You know?
I can't imagine an underage person being into the Insane Clown Posse, which is from what, 2002?
Mike doesn't think that anyone can be interested in a group that happened before they were born.
I'm just saying, nowadays everyone likes Sabrina Carpenter and
I hate when you're obtuse.
Dave Blunt's.
Who's calling who obtuse now?
All I'm saying
You're doing
is
a character. I don't like it.
I'm not doing a character. This is an opinion I have.
I don't believe you.
It's,
No one has ever been into... Look at me, I'm Boomer Mike. All you kids like is Sabrina Carpenter, TikTok, eat hot chip and lie.
Yeah.
No 16-year-old has ever been interested in old music, which, by the way, is not that old.
It just seems like unk kind of music now.
Bitches, teenagers love unk music.
It just seems
Teens love
outdated.
unk music.
It seems so outdated.
My cousin's 16 and she loves the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, but that's not clown rap.
That's older. That's older.
It's not clown rap though.
So the issue is not the year, it's the clown rap.
It's both. It doesn't age well.
Like I'm losing my mind. What are you trying to say?
It seems outdated, and like the Beastie Boys, at least
Are cool.
they have.
Yeah, I agree. But
they
like,
cast
who's-
a wide net. Their the murder clown rap is a much smaller net to be able to cast to a new, younger generation of people, I feel like.
People are weird. People love weird shit. People are into weird shit all the time. You know?
I'm okay. My point was just it seems
You're like, my point was that no 16-year-old has ever listened to Insane Clown Posse.
No, I'm just what the fuck is happening?
Don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
My point is just like they seem like an older group that like
Yeah, mostly older people are going to listen to them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
so I'm just surprised that there's still younger people going. But okay, so to be fair, like there were like Tech 9 was there and I think that people like younger people do like Tech 9.
I think so.
And there were some like newer acts, so maybe that's also a factor. But I hope you would at least see my argument.
I think you just countered your argument by including a key pivotal piece of information there at the very end.
No, but I just mean in general, if they weren't there, hypothetically, you can understand
Yes.
how. Okay.
Yes. It's weird, but it's not impossible.
I'm not saying it's I'm just saying it seems very unlikely for there to. I'm surprised. I was just surprised. I was expressing an emotion of
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah. Am I the asshole?
I don't know.
Am I the asshole? I can't tell. Or am I just being gaslit left and right my whole life?
This is the studio to do it. Gaslit Digital.
Can this lead into? I have some stuff from from Zoo.
Let's hear it.
So I was listening to the episode of Zoo with Andrew Packer and Ian Fidance on. I saw Ian. I went, I gotta hear. I got a reunion, Bye Guys reunion
Yeah.
back up in here. And I was going to listen to more of the episode to hear more, but the very beginning caught me where he was talking about his new show where he's doing weird jobs across the country.
I filmed 8 or 9 episodes so far, and the towns I go to and I play, I find someone that has an interesting job. They teach me how to do the job, and then I do the job. It's like Dirty Jobs meets Simple Life.
Okay.
And this past weekend, I was in Chicago, and we drove out to a canine training facility, and I got tackled by German Shepherds and was taught how to train them and command them, and it was horrific.
Mr. Fidance, get away from my sheep!
I thought that was so fucking interesting. So he was talking about how he was like training canine units, and they open like the BattleBots arena for him and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, what weird job do you think that Ian should do for an episode?
Good question.
I kind of wanted to see him do like a meat packing, like a fridge.
Oh,
Like
he
a
does a
walk-in-
lot of meat packing.
I think he'd be great at it.
Jorge, come
a lot
on.
Of, he's not there anymore.
Fuck.
A lot of like, I picture him in a fridge with a freezer with a lab coat and like a hairnet, like cutting meat. That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Or like
He doesn't need a hairnet, folks. He's bald, mostly.
What do you think he should do?
What were you gonna say? I cut you off.
That was my good one. I was kind of flying with the other one.
I think he should I want to see him on one of the I mean, unfortunately, there's no way to do a gig on this cuz it's kind of tied to him going to gigs.
Yeah, but I'm sure if the show gets big enough, like this isn't a real suggestion. This is just like what would be cool to see.
I want to see him like go like deep sea fishing or something.
That's a good one. I mean, it's not about the gig. It's just involves him being in a state that he has a gig.
Yeah.
So that could work. I think
Or,
that's a good one. Or like shell fishing, like on a boat or something.
Ooh.
I think would be funny.
Yeah, like getting the crabs or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. He should be a zookeeper. We've talked
A
about
morning
zoos.
zookeeper.
A morning zookeeper. We should I forget what I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
What about like
I think it's a great idea for a show. I thought it was super. It reminds me of my diner's idea.
yeah, tell him.
I've definitely talked about it on the show before, but I had the idea that a fun web show would be going to every diner in New Jersey and making a video about it. There's like 500 of them.
You should call it Diners, Drive-Ins, and Diva.
No, it's got to be something Jersey, something Jersey.
I just wanted to make that pun.
Too bad that can't be the title. Because you guys don't click on the videos unless it has Skank, Story Wars, or TJ Miller in the title.
True. I want to see him go to one of those like shops where they make instruments.
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a really good one.
Like where they put the string on like a violin or like make a piano or something.
That's awesome. That's a great one. These are all great suggestions, I think.
What about more in the vein of like the canine unit training? Like what's something like that?
What about being outside or about working with animals?
Just like the parts you never consider about like a regular job. Like I wouldn't have ever thought, like I don't think about the fact that they have to train the canines to do that.
He said it's similar to dirty jobs, so I was thinking about it like plumbing, like that kind of stuff, like actual dirty jobs, you know? Stuff like that.
Oh, you know what? What about like I don't know if he's afraid of heights or not, but it's always crazy to me those like technician. Like I saw something recently about like like fixing a windmill or like
that's
climbing
a good
those poles.
one. That's a good one. Or even like a window washer.
Yeah.
Like a tall building. That would be tough to film though. That would have to be like all GoPro.
You can't have two people in a window washer?
Well, you can't have an Ian, a camera, and the person teaching him, probably. I think 3 would be pushing it.
They don't have to be it. You could teach him first and then have him do it.
Well, I've never seen the show, so I don't know if it works like that. These are all great suggestions. I like these a lot. But it just piqued my interest, and I want to see it. I think it's such a fun, cute idea.
Yeah. Ooh, or like even something like, I don't know, like working a roller coaster, I think could be
perfect.
fun.
Perfect one. That's a really good one. I was at the movies the other day, and there was a trailer that I kind of clowned because it was for Jaws, because it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So they're re-releasing Jaws in theaters, but I was just clowning the fact that they made a trailer for it. I'm like, we don't know what Jaws is about? We gotta... The trailer should just be the music and then Jaws. Like, everyone knows what it's about already. But I was like, has anyone pointed out yet that... have people pointed out that Ian looks like one of the 3 guys on the boat? I forget
really?
which one.
That's funny.
The one that looks like Ian. I forget their real actors' names. Have you seen Jaws?
Maybe a little bit. Not in full.
Jaws.
My dad was watching when we were in Canada on the hotel TV.
It is the time for it.
But it could have been 2 or 3. I don't know which one it was. And
he doesn't look like him that much from here. I'm gonna kill myself. It's easier to see like on a clear screen. It's just like his vibe is the same.
Really?
Yeah, the vibe is the same when you see him in motion. I forget which guy it is. I'll look up a picture of him.
You said something happened with Irish Goodbye.
There was an Irish Goodbye reunion. Do you know the name of Feeney's podcast?
Co-host wanted.
Really? That's a great name. Co-host
week-
wanted.
Every week he interviews someone new to see if they can be the permanent co-host.
That's great. That's good. I like that. They did an Irish goodbye reunion with Cannon and Alex Scar.
Hell yeah.
Scar Harrington. Hold on. Yeah.
In the lobby, I was like, was Saglo there? Because technically he's not part of Irish Goodbye as much as we all
Nope.
wish he was.
He was on that other show that they did together.
Oh, nice. But I was just saying that to fill air.
It's not that he looks like him. It's just that the vibe is the same.
Oh, cool. I
Yeah.
like because you know the thing recently about the Zach talking about the Necro Goblin, right?
No.
Last time Ian was on Morning Zoo, Feeney actually was on, and Zach was like, you know, you look like the Necro Goblin, right? Or not look like, but like you guys do the same thing on stage. It was like, it was more like Zach was saying, like, when are you going to like sue the Necro Goblin for like taking your whole thing or whatever?
Oh.
And then they showed bits of it, and you could see the Ian's face change of when he realized it was exactly like him.
That's great.
And
That's so funny.
Zach was like, "Yeah, he's doing your whole thing." It's like, "Oh, mustaches."
Be so honest. Did you know who Necro Goblin was before he brought that up?
No,
Thank you. Okay. I thought I was just out of the loop.
no, he's like a actor guy turned comedian. No, like a.
A band. It's a
Yeah.
front man for a band
Oh, okay.
called Necro Goblin. That's very funny. Yeah, you should get in frame more. Or you can still have your legs up. You just gotta be centered. What else do you got?
No, I need to be in a defensive position at all times so I can fight with jokes.
Yeah, power stance.
What else did I have? Ali Sadiq was on a bunch of shows this week. He was on Godfrey, No Need for Apologies, and TTI.
Which one was your favorite appearance?
He did a really funny bit on TTI where he was debunking ghost videos.
I like that.
Okay, so here's something actually you could weigh in on. He was talking about how, did you listen to the episode? He was talking about how he went out, or either he went out on a date or was talking on a dating app to a woman, and he was like, he told her that he was Muslim and that he had a daughter, and she was like, well, that's strike two, that you have a daughter. And he was like, what? And he was like, what was strike one? And she was like, that
Muslim.
Yeah, you're Muslim. He was like, huh?
Then I said something about my daughter, and she said, oh, that's strike two. I said, what? She said, yeah, that's strike two. You Muslim and you have a daughter. I don't date men with kids. And I said, so what do I need to do to get to strike three? Because like, I'm not, you're upset about things that's not changing in my life.
Just tell me what strike three is, because I'm just gonna do it and leave.
That's so
And
funny.
then apparently he.
Oh, they were already on a date.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But apparently he ran into her later and was having a conversation with her, and she was talking about how her stepmom was a really big part of her life. And he was like, oh, interesting. So I guess it's not weird for someone to just kind of step into a child's life. Like, I guess now all of a sudden it's not a big deal to you.
That's funny. She's
But-
like, I just don't want it to be me.
Do you have any strikes
Against
mean,
you?
I just mean in general, are there any like deal
Deal breakers?
breakers? 3 deal breakers?
Being a downer and a piece of shit. Being a bad vibe. Having rancid vibes. Those are all the same.
Yeah, woman answer. He's got to be in touch with himself.
That's not what I said. I said if you are a downer, if you suck as a...
I know.
If I'm hanging out with you and you stink. Oh, also if you smell very bad.
Ooh, so that's definitely... Ali actually was talking about this.
Yeah.
On the episode. Where
Really?
he was like, I cannot stand anyone who smells. You should figure it out and just take care of it.
I agree.
I don't even like fake cologne. That's how much I don't like bad smells. He's like, I can only wear the good stuff. What? Any others? What's a rancid vibe?
Talking. I was gonna say talking over me, or like like being clearly not wanting to be there, not listening.
Not listening.
Just bragging and talking over me and not really asking any questions or listening, and like kind of seeming like you'd rather be somewhere else. Or just being shitty to women, I guess.
What about tipping?
I mean, if you straight up say I don't tip, yeah, I guess that's a deal breaker. But it's
Okay.
not a deal breaker because if you were great about everything else, I feel like I would just try to fix you. But if you're not very good at tipping, I'm not looking at if you're paying for me, I'm not looking at the check.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm paying, then if I'm looking at the check, then I'm paying. Do you have any? I want to hear yours.
Deal breakers.
Yeah, I want to know what your deal breakers are.
Probably having a child.
Sure.
Oh, that was a joke.
Sure.
Because of what the story right before.
Oh, and then you're gonna be like, also if she's Muslim.
Yep.
This is how Mike fucking hosts. He asks a question, he gets a real answer out of me, and then he goes, "Herder, I'm a joke. Everything is a joke. Nothing is genuine. I've never had a real thought or emotion in my life. I'm just a husk of a human being full of jokes."
That's not true. It's that I want to really consider the answer. And
I also want you to consider the answer. I feel like every answer you give is disingenuous.
I make jokes, but then when I'm searching for the real answer, I don't want to give something surface level.
I agree. I won't interrupt anymore.
Yeah, if she's like, there's something about that I don't need no man attitude where I'm like, but you're here.
Right.
I don't really like
Similar
that.
thing, except like two sides of the same coin, I would say. Hating the sex of the person that you're with.
Or just being like, I can only date a man who's like 6'2" in finance, like that whole thing.
Well, then
stinks.
you wouldn't be on a date with them.
But I'm, you know what I mean. Just like having very high standards
Sure.
is a deal breaker to me.
I agree.
Not that I bring low standards necessarily, and I want to
That's the point.
excel.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of inflated sense of what expectations are nowadays.
I completely agree. Part of my rancid vibes was like being like, here's what women do and here's what men do.
Or if the standards are really, if you are a high value person and you demand high standards, that makes sense. If the scales are kind of tipped in either direction, where it's like, even if a hot chick has really low standards, I'm like, well, now I don't even feel special. But like also if like a really, hot, if a really dumpy broad has really high standards, well, it doesn't feel worth it.
I was gonna say that, yeah, that's a lose-lose. You're dating an ugly chick with really high standards.
Yeah.
That's a lose-lose. But if you're a high value person, you're not approaching dates being like 6'5" finance, blonde blue eyes, or whatever the fuck the joke, the meme is. You don't come at it like that. You just you draw people. It's that fucking woo-woo shit of like, I don't chase, I attract. If you're attractive, you don't have to come at people like that. You can just sort through the good ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Having a vagina, that's another one. That's
big turn off.
Yeah. How else am I supposed to get a facial?
There was something that I was going to say where the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, that would be a deal breaker. Yeah, any of those dudes that were on the podcast that Josie was on for 9 hours. Any of those fucking guys that's like,
the whatever show guys.
Yeah, any of those guys that are like, women be like this, and they genuinely believe that, I'm like, you can be... There's no amount of hot and rich that you could be that would make me tolerate that. I 100% mean that.
Yeah, that guy just seems like shitty.
Yeah, I hope he... Never mind. You can't say that on YouTube.
You hope he finds someone nice and settles down with a picket white fence and 2.5 kids.
I hope he finds God and stops posting. That's what I hope.
Oh.
I can say that on the internet. I hope he finds God and repents for his bullshit and then abandons you posting.
You know, actually, what Studio Lore was?
Yeah.
This is off topic.
Sure. Let's hear it.
Before Skank started, because it was at 10 p.m., so they did like a stand-up show before then. I know, brutal, right?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Ryan Long was outside, and I was telling him about my trip to Canada.
Did he like it?
Yeah.
That's cute.
We were talking about Canada.
Did he have any good opinions on, like, he was like, you guys did these things right and these things wrong?
He thought it was funny that my sister went to Winners.
Really?
He was like, why did she go to Winners?
That's funny. He's right. I have not been to a Winners, but if I wouldn't go to a different country to go to their TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, bitches be shopping. He's like, yeah, I guess bitches
I would rather
be
go
shopping.
to a thrift store or an antique store.
Yeah, we did.
Or a craft store.
Craft dinner store?
A craft mac and cheese.
That's a good Canada reference.
Oh, what's that?
Craft dinner. That's what they call mac and cheese. Even if it's like their version of like calling every soda Coke.
Oh.
All mac and cheese is craft dinner.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Yeah. He also said, he was like, I think some of the parks and like there's some like good trendy areas of the city that rival New York.
Cool.
He was like, there's still like kind of like this very like punk energy to a lot of the areas that
That's
still
cool.
exists. And actually today I was like looking around the East Village and I was like, hell yeah, dude. East Village still is fun.
East
really
Village
fun.
rules, yeah. Gay. But in the cool way.
Do you have any other?
Not like Hell's Kitchen. So
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I have no beef with Hell's Kitchen. I just assume that Hell's Kitchen is like trendy gays, and this is like punk underground gays.
Yes.
You know? What were you gonna say?
The real gays.
Yeah, not the performative gays. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, the Hell's Kitchen gays turn off the accent at night.
You were gonna ask me something, I think.
Do you have any other shows?
Yeah, I was going to talk about how my boy Mike Vecchione was on Madhouse this week. I was delighted to hear that Vecchione was in studio. I missed him. I didn't see him. But they were doing mantras? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Oh yeah,
Affirmations. They were doing affirmations. And I wanted you to come up with some affirmations right now.
Ooh. Okay. Affirmations. The 76ers will do well next season.
I was going to do like parking tickets are repelled from me. They do not come to me. They leave me. They stay away. I am a I have a force field that prevents tickets.
I don't think we know what affirmations
No, I
are.
don't think so. It's more like I am. What was the example that he gave that I liked? It was like
I am
I am
powerful.
whole and complete
Oh, yeah.
person right now, or something like that.
Yeah.
Bitches wanna be me.
Yeah, it was like everything is possible or something like that, he said. Like,
Right. They were they talked a bunch about Nate Bargatze, who I was watching a special of literally yesterday. I was at my dad's house. My dad and my stepmom and I were watching comedy specials.
yeah, he was talking about opening for Nate and how it's different than doing like club shows in New York.
I sent them Vecchione's new special while I was watching Madhouse. I was like, here's a recommendation for you. I know you wouldn't think to reach to YouTube, but here we are. Here's a good one. Yeah. We also watched Rosebud Baker's special, which I really liked.
How did you feel about did you listen to the full episode?
No, I got about halfway.
How did you feel about his unorthodox tutoring methods?
Remind me.
He talked about this on Mike Vecchione Investigates too. Whenever the kid would like get antsy or whatever, he would like subdue them.
Physically?
Yeah.
Do we think he really did that?
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, but just because you're a wrestler doesn't mean that you can wrestle the kids.
I
Do we
think
think he was doing a joke, or we think he really did that?
no, it wasn't a joke.
Oh.
I don't think it hurt the kid. He was just kind of like being like, "Hey, you got to sit still."
Right. Oh, that's funny. But not in like a here, let's wrestle and get it out of you, like get the wiggles out of you.
Maybe.
He wasn't like, here, let's wrestle for 5 minutes and then you'll be like relaxed. He was just like, fucking, and squish his arms down.
I'm not sure.
That's
Maybe a
so
little bit
funny
of
that he
both.
was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna wrestle you until you sit still. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, and he said it helped the kid pay attention, and the parents
so
were
funny.
like, "We'll pay you out of pocket," because he was with some program. They were like, "Please stay," and he was like,
Cool.
"I can't."
Oh. Because I like the idea of it being like, here, let's take a 5-minute wrestling break.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
He said they would take breaks, so maybe that is what he meant.
Yeah. I gotta
Um,
listen. I didn't get that far.
He taught Dylan.
Really?
Didn't he teach Dylan, or was at the same school as Dylan?
He was at the same school. It's not
Yeah.
the same time that he went there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Bro hears stuff.
in my world, everything's connected.
Do you have anything left? We can wrap.
I have. Have you? We were gonna play
Oh, yeah, there's a game.
Florida or Fiction from True Dat. Have you ever seen True Dat?
Not this one. Not the one with Florida or Fiction on it.
That's everyone.
Oh, I didn't get that far. They play that every episode?
Yeah, at the end.
I watched the first 2 episodes, but I guess I didn't finish either of them.
And Last Words.
Oh, Last Words is cool. So
It's
let's
not a
hear it.
game. They just
Right, they talk about famous last words.
This was actually an interesting episode too that this is from. We're doing the Fast Eddie episode.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Fast Eddie
Is
is?
that the Philly one?
That's the guy, the pedophile in Philly who would pay kids to poop in pizza boxes.
Right. I didn't know that's what he paid them to do. But
Oh yeah.
but I knew
lot
that
of
he
creepy
like
stuff.
bought underwear off of kids.
Yeah, and
stuff.
would like take pictures of them.
That's crazy.
And
Jorge was saying they should have got someone who was directly affected to be a guest.
I think
we know
there's
people.
a conspiracy. Maybe I'm not. I can't validate how true this is, but I'm
How true dat this is?
yes.
Sorry.
But I can't fully verify this, but I think that there is a connection between Fast Eddie and Jerry Sandusky.
Interesting. So that you came up with that.
No, I didn't.
They came up with, or it's a consensus. It's a no.
I've heard this on other conspiracy shows I listen to.
Interesting.
Because Fast Eddie was very well connected. They did talk about that on the episode that he's ooh. Where that this part of the episode is slow mo.
Man, I'm tired.
They did talk about on the episode that he was very well connected, like in politics and other areas.
Damn. And he's in jail, or he's dead.
I think Dad also went to jail,
Right. So he died in jail.
something like that.
Good.
He's not alive.
Right.
But
he can't hurt you anymore.
no. But they play on
I'm
every
kidding,
episode
Mike's mom. He didn't affect Mike directly. That was more of a turn of phrase.
called Florida or Fiction, where they have to guess if the news headline is true or false.
Love it. Let's hear it.
So the first one is sex offender sniffed a woman's butt.
That's a famous one. Yeah, that's real. That one's real. There was a guy that was like serial butt sniffer arrested again or something.
Ooh,
That one's real.
sorry, it is incorrect.
But they made that up from a real headline.
That is not in Florida.
Oh. So you need to specify that the rules are, is this true and in Florida? Or is it false? Because you didn't say that. You just said you have to guess if it's true or false.
Take it up with Caroline, dog.
Anyway, I don't watch the show.
This is
sorry.
this is Florida or scategories.
Bro kept me waiting 2 hours after he said he was going to be here and is now pressing me on scategories.
School nurse sold $40,000 worth of faith designer clothes out of her trailer.
I believe that's true.
That is true.
And in Florida.
Yes.
That makes sense.
No, the idea is it was false because it wasn't in Florida. The fiction part was where it took place. It's
Yeah.
Florida or fiction. And the last one, Orlando woman claims to be the real Snow White and trespass in Disney World on a rascal scooter.
I'm going to say that this one is false.
Ooh. You'd be correct.
Wow. That sounded like it was fun for them to make up.
Yeah,
You know?
Caroline.
That sounded like a fun one.
Yeah, it does remind me though of the Smash guy that they did the documentary on.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about because he had saved the guy from who had claimed to be Jesus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds similar to like the Snow White thing, being like, I'm the real Snow White.
Yeah.
And just driving her car into
Yeah. Or scooter.
Epcot.
Yeah.
Is
Is that all we got?
Yeah, but that's there you go.
I like
Florida
it. I'm going to
fiction.
have to listen to that
You got-
Philly sex offender episode.
Yeah, it's a good one. Naeem was funny. He went like because they were talking about how Fast Eddie used to have a yearbook for surrounding schools, and he would like find kids that way. And Naeem was like he was like a scout.
Yeah. How is there not are there like Netflix docuseries about this guy?
I think so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, that was Florida or fiction.
This is
and-
not Florida or fiction, but it is related to shit that happened to real people I know that was in national news. I've definitely talked about the tan mom before, right? I thought, what is this called? Mandela effect. I thought she was called the tanning mom, but I Googled it and only came up as the tan mom.
It's the Berenstain mom.
Pretty much. In like 2012, there was a story about this woman who allegedly took her 7-year-old daughter into the tanning beds with her.
Oh.
She did not do that. Like, she was never, like, there was not proof. I think what happened was that the girl came into class and went, my mom takes me tanning with her, which was either made up by the kid or she, like, takes her and leaves her in the waiting room and goes to tan, you know?
Uh-huh.
She was from my town, and the reason that she was a meme was because you look up pictures of her and she looks like a fucking leather bag. Like, she's, like, a white woman under, like, a brown handbag.
Yeah, like when Patrick left SpongeBob in too long.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There was something newly in the news about her that I saw on like YouTube. Oh no, it was Bailey Sarian, my original favorite true crime media personality had an episode where Tan Mom was in the thumbnail that just came out in my subscriptions. She was from my town, and she had a son in my graduating class.
Nice.
So I had forgotten about her until earlier. But anyway, yeah, I never met her, but I knew her son.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
And Hugh Jackman kissed
a student in my class.
Your
Yeah, we talked
classmate.
about that with the panties in the mouth boys. Did you want to talk about your panties in the mouth story? With my cousin?
Oh yeah, they talked about it on Panties in the Mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Just that it made Andy's night.
See, you were upset for no reason. You were upset for
I'm
no
still upset.
reason. You got to show me that. You got to play it for me.
But
yeah, explain for the fans.
didn't I say it last week?
No, I don't think so.
Natalie's cousin had a birthday party, and he was kind of down because he had to cancel. He was supposed to go in last minute and had to like cancel.
It's a fruit fly.
And he was like upset that he was gonna like lose out on money because however his shifts work, he would have already just had the money.
Right.
So he was kind of down about that, and I thought it would be nice since I didn't get him a physical gift. Because I thought that he had liked Panties in the Mouth. And so I was like, I'm going to call one of the Panties boys and ask them if they could wish him a happy birthday. Because I think that'd be nice. And
A cameo of sorts.
Yeah. I don't think they would care. And so it was later in the night, and it took a lot of liquid courage to muster up that phone call.
Right.
So as we were like wrapping up the evening, I finally was drunk enough, and I texted him, "Hey, can I call you?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "What's up? Are you in Austin?" And I was like, "No, actually, a friend of mine is a really big fan of Panties. Can you wish him a happy birthday?" And he did, and it was very sweet. And then we got off the phone, and Natalie's cousin goes, "Who's the fuck was that?"
The truth is that my cousin is a big fan of Lemaire via Shane. And I keep trying to send him Panties in the Mouth, and he, as a bit, anytime I send him a podcast, he goes, I'm not listening to if Nat sends me a podcast, I'm not listening to it.
But it was funny, too, because I was really teeing it up, being like, and he's a longshoreman. He had to skip out on work today, and I know you used to work in a warehouse as a forklift guy, so I'm sure you can relate to it. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, man, you're doing the real work. Like, that's a tough job."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Who the fuck even was that?"
His girlfriend looked up a picture of him and was like, I've seen him before. You definitely know him from something. And also she was like, also he looks like him. Like they kind of, my cousin looks like Andy, but not
Mr.
Ginger.
Beast.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast Andy.
Right. So Mike was really beating himself up, and he was being really embarrassed about it. And I was like, Andy doesn't know that he thinks that he talked to some cool fan. And no, I just know my cousin to be a Lemaire fan. And and Mike was like, I would have called Lemaire if I knew that. I'm like, whatever, dude. You did a nice thing. That was very cool. Anyway, I like that Andy liked it.
Yes. Anyway, what else? Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I will say it was funny. Ali Sadiq was mad that. Did you see this on? I was actually in studio for this. Ali Sadiq was on No Need for Apologies, and they had talked about how they were down in Houston recently. And he was like, and you guys didn't go to Papados, which is some kind of like seafood restaurant?
Oh.
And they were like, no one told us. And he's like, well, then you're not hanging around the right people. How the fuck do you go to Houston and don't go to this restaurant? And they were like, I don't know. We didn't. No one told us about it. And he's like, well, you need to go back and eat there. And they're like, okay, man.
If your circle's not talking about
Papados,
get new friends.
Yeah. And they were also talking about Buc-ee's. I didn't know there's Buc-ee's stations with 200 pumps.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's fucking
like,
nuts.
The standard ones have 100 pumps.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
It's a huge complex.
Yeah, it's like a combination 7-Eleven Walmart, but with barbecue. And
But
like
good,
real food.
fresh food.
Yeah.
Not just it's fresh food.
I know what a fucking Buc-ee's is. I'm just saying the reason was combination truck stop and warehouse of stuff.
Yeah.
A Walmart-sized establishment, but a gas station. Was
Yes.
the point that I was making.
It's
Am I the worst? I feel like I've been the worst. Am I just
No.
insufferable this whole time?
No.
You're lying.
I don't think so.
This has been gas
No, I was trying to think of like thinking of like it's like I was trying to think of an analogy. I wasn't.
Right. No, unrelated to that. I just feel like I've been a real cunt this whole time.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I think we had a fun time.
Yeah, this has been Gas Digital Now, the Gas Digital wrap-up show. If you liked it, you should subscribe at gasdigital.com, the new website. We are working through the growing pains. Don't worry. Also, Gas Digital Now, at Gas Digital Now on YouTube. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 830.
Get us to that AMA.
We're going to do a live AMA. You can send us any question you want. And if our moderator of choice sends it to us, we have to answer.
Yeah.
Also, follow me at Natalie DeChico Edits on Instagram. And listen to my other podcast, That's Hot. Right?
Follow the Gas Digital YouTube channel also. There's old episodes of Gas Now on there if you're hankering. And also, I'm posting classic clips there that you can check out that you can't that have been yet unreleased on YouTube. So if you need a little bit of like if you're not subscribed and you want to see some old episodes, here's some good highlights for you to tide you over.
Yeah.
But still subscribe anyway. And follow me at That Blind Mike and at Gas Digital on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.